What up, what up, what up, what up, everybody? It's Pastor G in the house. I'm calling this, this is Pop-Up Uplift. Pop-Up Uplift. This is not a part of the regular scheduled program. I know I do lunchtime uplift every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday at 12 noon, but this is a pop-up uplift. I'm excited about it. I'm taking a break from my action. I wanted to inspire somebody. I wanted to encourage. I love to encourage people. I'm excited about this, and I need you to hear me. I especially want to give these words to those of you that are in the struggle. It's tough. You actually know that you are supposed to be doing what you're doing, but it has been a difficult road. It has been a very difficult journey. I want to talk to that because I had something that dropped in my spirit, and it has been resonating. We're going to call this empowered to prosper. And I made a video the other day. People everywhere of all walks of life, all financial status, no matter what it is, they're struggling and being challenged right now. It's okay. It's cool. Struggle and challenge is a part of your process, is a part of the road to getting you to the place that you want to be. So now, this is a pop-up uplift. I want to read scripture. Now, this is for those of you that are in the struggle. You can share this if you want to, but I'm gonna go ahead on anyway and give you what I just came across again, and it's gonna open up your heart. It's gonna open up your eyes. It's gonna let you know. It's gonna let you know that God is with you. In other words, He wants you to succeed. He's going to empower you to succeed if you don't give up. Let us not grow weary. Don't grow weary in your well-doing. In due season, ye shall reap if you don't faint. This is not the time to faint. It might be an iffy season, but don't faint. Trust in God and keep your faith there. Here it is, Luke chapter 10, verse number 19. This is one of the most powerful passages of scripture. I read this yesterday, but it began to grow in me overnight. And I'm going to read it again because it opened up to me, and I wanted to open to you. You have a force inside you that need to be reckoned with. You got to recognize so that it can reckon people that have to reckon with, because you are powerful. Now, this is Luke 10:19. One passage. I'm going to be real quick. I want you to hear this. It says, behold, I give unto you power to tread on serpents and scorpions, and over all the power of the enemy, and nothing shall by any means hurt you. Nothing by any means shall hurt you. Now, I'm going to read it again because I need you to grasp this, the magnitude of what Jesus is saying, what God is saying to you. It says, behold, I give unto you power to tread upon serpents and scorpions, and over all the power of the enemy, and nothing shall by any means hurt you. In other words, He's just said to you, no matter what you see in the front of you, no matter what hurdle you are facing, no matter what challenge is in the front of you right now, nothing, all of the things that look like it has the ability to hurt you, everything that looks like it has the ability to stop you, listen to what He says. He says, and nothing shall by any means hurt you or hamper your growth or your process or your progress if you get focused. Now watch this. Let me unpack it. It says, behold, I give unto you power to tread on serpents. I need to unpack that again. It's because it's a shaking from God. Now, when He says, behold, it's like He's shaking you and saying, wake up, wake up. Wake up. I need you to wake up. Wake up. Wake up. It's your time to awaken to the purposes of God in your life. He says, wake up. Behold, I give you power to tread on serpents and scorpions. Now, this word give, here's the connotation of this in this passage, in the context. It says give. What God is saying, I appointed you. I gave it to you. This was my desire. I appointed you. I delegated you. God appointed you. He delegated you. In other words, God is saying to you, I need you to do this. I need you to fulfill the purposes in which you were birthed for. It's not just by chance. This is not just your idea. God says this is the purpose that he allowed you to be birthed for. He says, I have delegated you. I have given you the appointment. I have appointed you. I need you to do this. Now watch, he says, I give you power. Now, in other words, this power, authority is God saying to you, look, I have given you the skill and the energy. I've given you the skill and the energy to overcome whatever you face. I've given you the skill and energy to overcome what you are being challenged by. I've given you skill. Now watch this, this word trample, because he says, I'm giving you the skill. I'm giving you the authority to overcome or to trample over serpents and scorpions. Please hear what this text says. Trample means to master. I'm giving you the power to master that has mastered you. This is so crazy. Trample means to master, to have dominion over. I know you are afraid because you failed several times, but he says, I've given you, I've authorized you, I have delegated you for this. This is not by chance what you're going after. This is God saying, I need you to make a move. I know there are snakes. I know that there are scorpions out there, but I need you to bust a move, because the end of the text says this: nothing shall by any means hurt you. For those that will say, Lord, I'm stepping out on faith, I'm going after this. He says, nothing by any means shall hurt you. I have authorized you. I've given you. I've delegated you for this. This is not your cause. This is God's call. He needs you to make the step. I have authorized. I'm giving you skill and energy. Or in other words, he's giving you strategy and energy to actually master what he's placed in you. It's been difficult. It's been hard. It's been tough. But he says, go again and watch the winds of favor be at your back. Now watch this. Watch this. Number 3. No, the number, I need to make this clear. Number 3. The text says this: I have given you power to tread on serpent and scorpions. I don't think it's by chance that the text is constructed by this, because he wants you to know something. In biblical connotations, since we're talking scripture, snakes in biblical, since I'm reading from scripture, I need to explain what a snake is. Snake gives the picture of deception from the beginning. From the beginning, it says the serpent was more subtle than any other beast. In other words, he's saying, I'm giving you the power to overcome or to recognize the deception or the things that have deceived you. Watch this. It's going to be very important that you see this. I'm giving you power to overcome all that has deceived you, all of the sneaky things in your life, all of the people that were plotting behind your back. This season, I'm giving you power to overcome every plan and every plot of people that have tried to stop you. Now watch this. Watch this. Snakes in biblical standpoint is deception. Now watch this. Scorpions. He says, I give you the power to tread. In other words, tread means to master. Tread means you can't be afraid of. Tread means that you're going to master that you were afraid of. See, snakes always give us this unknown fear. But he says this next move, it doesn't matter what it is. I'm going to give you the power to trample. I'm going to give you the power to master that has mastered you. Now, snakes are the picture in scripture of deception. Anything that has deceived you, he's going to give you the power to master. And he said scorpions. Now, scorpions kill by injecting into humans, especially a toxin, a poison. And he says, I'm giving you the power to trample, to master snakes, deception, and scorpion. All of the things that have been planted in your life to push toxin or to disperse toxin in your life. He says, I'm gonna give you the power in this next season to master that. All of the toxics, all of the toxic people that's been in your life, he says, I'm going to give you the ability to master, to trample on. I will give you the ability to recognize. You will know in this season whom it is that you should run with and whom it is that you should let go of. That's incredible. That's incredible. I have given you the power to trample on snakes and scorpions. Snakes, again, are the picture of deception. You know, we got to say people, they snake, I can't recognize them. I don't see them. I don't know who they are. Now watch this. He says, this season, I'm giving you the power to master those things that you don't see. Listen, and scorpions. Scorpions are a picture of things that introduce toxins into your life. Now, listen to what the text says. I've given you power over all of the enemy, all the works of the enemy, all of the works of the enemy, and over all the power of the enemy. This is interesting. He's saying to you that if you would make a move, he would empower you to overcome everything that in your past season was able to overtake you. Nothing by any means shall hurt you. Now, who am I talking to? I'm talking to people that you found yourself in a place that it seems like I've lost a whole lot of things. I'm trying to recover. I don't know how to recover because I was flying high and now I find myself in a low position. Let me read the text to you one more time, because this is not me talking. This is God declaring to you that this is the time for you to move again. This is time for you to go after again. As a matter of fact, he says you cannot expect less than what you had before. Ooh, I gotta say that again. I don't care when you fall into, I don't care how many times you fall, I don't care how disappointed you are. You cannot expect less than you had before. God has blessed before. He says, I'm about to do it again. Now, let me read the text to you again, because this has got to resonate in your spirit. Then I'm out. This is Luke 10. Verse number 19, it says, behold, I give unto you power to tread on serpents and scorpions and over all the power of the enemy, and nothing shall by any means hurt you. This is the time for you to revamp, prepare yourself, and go after again. Remember, when God says, I have given you, it means that he has delegated you. He's given you the authority to. Listen to what the text says. He says, I've given you power to tread. In other words, I've given you the power to master that has mastered you. This is not your idea. This is God's idea, telling you that he needs you to do this because it's bigger than you. This is not just an idea. This is not just something I wanted to do. This is called purpose. God has given you a purpose, and he's ready for you to fulfill that he birthed you to do. You don't have the right to say no to God. He says you've been fearful because you have experienced some hurts in your life by people that you expected to be in your corner and in your space, and they're supposed to endorse what they were talking about. That's what snakes and scorpions are. That's why he is saying, I give you power over snakes. Snakes are deceptive. Snakes and scorpions are enemies that are not easily detected. He says, I'm about to alert you to the snakes, but I'm going to give you power to trample on. In other words, you won't have to fight with even though you detect. You won't have to scuffle with that you detect. You're going to be aware that they are there, but you won't give them any time or energy. Why? Because you're going to be focused on your purpose that God has placed in you. He's giving you power. The greatest power to have in this time when you see a snake is the ability to walk around. It's the ability not to attach yourself to. The greatest power over a scorpion, which is the picture of people that inject toxin in your life, is that I won't connect to you, because when I connect to you, I lose vision. When I connect to you, I lose vision. When I connect to you, I lose my sight. And so he says, I'm giving you power. The greatest power is the power to detach from those things that you recognize are introducing toxins into your life. Nothing that the enemy does, listen to it, I give you power over the enemy. Nothing that the enemy does. Now, here it is. The text says in 2 Samuel 7, it's very important, 2 Samuel 7, it says, when the king, David, had gotten rest from all of his enemies. In other words, the Bible do declare that he had enemies, but he had rest from them. What does that mean? I see you there, but I'm not giving you any time in my mind. I see you there. but I won't focus on you. I got to focus on the purposes in which I was created for. I don't have a choice. I've got to be great because God created me great. So I got to go for the greatness. Now watch this. Strategy and energy comes when you focus on God's purpose in your life. If you're not focusing on the greatness that God purposed in you and in your calling, you are going to focus on enemies. You're going to focus on the snakes and the scorpions. God is trying to realign your focus and get you back focused on what he called you to do. When you get back focused on what God called you to do, the next thing he does is give you strategy and energy. This next season is a season of strategy and energy. Nothing by any means shall hurt you. What do I suggest? I suggest that you gear up for a great season. You have been empowered to prosper. Empowered to prosper. Now go be great.